Going out of the tunnel and seeing the light.
It's such an easy little trick.
Yeah.
It feels so
It's very metaphysical, this thing.
very, yeah.
There's a thing about finding joy and going out, finding the light and going out of the dark. And,
I have to look this up. I need some program notes. 3, 2, 1.
So let's begin from 95. 95, 3 and 4, and
easiness.
Just to make sure from 108.
Cautious not to push forward when it gets louder. Everybody's kind of doing it.
108.
One way.
Okay. 3 and 4.
Oh, that's what you.
That's what I know.
Where is it?
It's here.
On the B flat? The,
This is after.
Maybe we can get through the parts of the first one. Still be done before next week.
Yeah, it's Arco. It's Arco.
It's Arco?
It's Arco.
yeah, there's a. It was missing in the part.
Okay, thank you.
On 139, the bees in 139. 139, the bees, the first bee, the second bees. No, 139. I checked on the score with Frederick.
139.
Yes.
The second B is up.
Pick up the second beat, yeah.
Thank you.
And it's, we decided it's down bow, right? If I do that, then I'll make sure I play it.
This one is on. Well, they said this after the second piece.
So far, everybody's playing it shorter. Let's do 149.
4, 5,
On either.
top of the page.
Try it.
Can you count to 12? 1, 2.
So let's do that last part where the triplet starts. 151, all right? 3 and 4 and
I was actually watching.
Huh?
I was watching and I didn't do it until we did the sand.
So there's the last 3 bars. There's a forte suito piano, and then another suito forte suito pianissimo. So you're not. There's just that 1 big crescendo 4 bars earlier. So let's begin from that 554, and make sure we get those dynamic changes together. Right, those the woodwinds and the first violins.
But that's still piano, right?
That's still piano.
Yeah, all right.
The only question is also it has to be together. So 154 together. 3 and 4 piano.
6.
Okay, that's better. Let's do one more time just to see it. Same spot, 4 bars. 3 and 4 piano. 1. All right. Now, we have 1 more movement left, which is the first one. We'll do that. Let's try this with letter A, okay? Yes, A, Australia.
The same
movement?
Movement 1?
Yeah. Before we go movement 1, before we move on, in the same movement, let's just, okay. Find letter A.
Third.
Stay in the same third movement. Stay in the same third movement. Just page back a little bit.
A.
The letter A.
A.
I got it all the way at 100.
It's about
Australia. Hi, Ethan. Hi, Justin.
113.
A. Oh.
24.
The bassoon.
So, this is actually 2 before letter A. 121
Ba-da-dum,
with Baker.
ba-dum.
Now, it's got dots in those quarter notes, but let's not make them too short. Let's make them a little bit longer. Maybe even completely ignore the dots. Okay, make them just in normal quarter notes, right? So 3, we'll pick up 3 and 4. There you go.
print it.
Not all of them have dots. All of them are. Nice work.
It's kind of funny that that's the opposite of A, right? The whole thing starts with
So why don't we go, let's move on. It's already after 9. Let's get some parts of the first movement together. So let's do the beginning, just the opening. I want to make sure that we get that right.
There's those sextuplets.
So he wrote pianissimo. We really need to get everybody in the audience to shut up completely and not breathe for this one. We want to make sure that they can hear us. So the only way to get them to actually shut up, we want to get this as quiet, as softly as possible. So for the strings, again, just at the very tip of the bow, so that I can hear. The first melody is he wrote pianissimo, and then he wrote sottovoce, which is literally under your voice. It doesn't get much more softer than that. You very rarely wrote repeats. So this is it. Just one bar. Just one bar. The piano following.
Yeah.
Pam, pam, pam.
Yeah, we got a good beginning. We got a good end.
Start directly from.
Middle's not bad.
That fortissimo 17. All right.
You could ask for anything. 17.
Here we go. 1,
20, 19.
Wait out the whole bar. Bum, ba, 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 bum, 2, 3, 4. Bum. Don't come too soon on that one. Everybody seems to be, not everybody, quite a few people seem to be eager to continue on after that whole bar with the rest, except with the downbeat. So make sure that you don't rush there. So let's begin from that fortissimo in 48, 9, 51 with pickup, all right? 1 and 2 Wait. There you go. Yeah, I guess it's late in the day, so we're miscounting, but this is very tricky, and we totally get lost if we miscount and miss our cues. After all, use timed notes for a bunch of bars. So we have to focus very much. So let's do 4 before double bar, key change, which is 150, 160.
Careful of the, oh, that's 62?
160 even, right? When the horns come in, the first horn comes in. I mean the second horn.
It's the last A on the previous page.
One horn comes in
What
and
did
the
you
other
say?
comes in.
It's that last A on the previous page.
Pianissimo. Where the pianissimo comes, all right? We step down from B flat to A. 1 and 2 and here we go. Two bars before that. So 1 and 2. Here's the second one.
2.
Mikey, 160 is where you come in. This first one comes 2 bars after you. All right, 1 and 2. Okay, it looks like either our numbers are not matching or we're not. I'm not clear enough. Yeah, start directly from when.
4 before F major.
It's in 2. It's in 2. So I'm just got one bar before that and 1, 2, 1, 2, and then becomes 2 bars. Here we go. Okay, so 1 and 2. Somebody's randomly playing tremolos here. They're straight couplets.
This is not loud. There's no dynamic working, but it's not. Yeah?
You can ask him to play in one go.
What do you mean?
All in
Like
the same go.
all hooked?
Okay. All in one go.
I didn't understand why that was like.
All of this remaining stuff is fairly straightforward.
This is one of.
It's not
No.
No.
Please don't skip this.
Let me look at this.
No, Predrag, the end of the page measure 240, 212, 213, 214.
315.
315, sorry. It's regularly, people regularly trip them on this one because, yeah.
Letter H.
K.
Okay.
From K to K to L.
No, yeah.
311 and on.
Wait,
Yeah.
we haven't do that yet.
Oh,
No, but you
that's
said
right
you
where
were-
we stopped.
No, I was skipping some stuff, but not everything. Oh, this is exactly where you stopped. And you're talking about the K that comes up? Or
Correct.
Yeah.
Between K and L.
I see.
Like every time we fall apart here at this page turn.
Oh, curious. I didn't. That's okay. Excuse
Ooh, this from the
Let's
clarinet.
try and see what happens in K. Yes. Once we get through L, we can then just finish with K. All right, K directly. All right, K is in Kazakhstan.
Kuwait.
All right. 1 and 2 and.
Thank you.
You know what?
Who's better?
It's I'm really exhausted. I can't focus anymore. The other stuff we already go through a good time, so let's just call it a night.
Epic night of music.
How was it?
We survived.